Hey guys, welcome back to Andy's Dinosaur Reviews, and as you can see right in front of you is something that is a little different than what I would normally review, but considering they are extremely awesome Jurassic World figures, even if they are cars, I am definitely going to review them for you guys here on the channel. So, these are the incredibly beautiful Jurassic World cars from New Zealand. I don't know exactly what company makes them. I'm not sure if it says it on the bottom. You can see there it says UCS and Amblin, of course, and it is made in China and has a very cool Jurassic World logo hiding down there on the bottom, but I don't know if there's an actual brand. Maybe UCS is the brand. I'm not too familiar with most things in New Zealand, but we can definitely see that connected to it. There's an incredibly awesome Jurassic World logo that is kind of a tag hiding in here, a little hard to position. I love that they've included this very cool tag. I absolutely will not be taking that off. It appears as though the tag opens as well, so we can try to get a little sneak peek in there. Yeah, it's just some more information, some random stuff, I think, maybe helping to tell me who the actual company is that makes them, but regardless, I'm not going to pull it off because I love that being connected. So let's go ahead and get a closer look at the sculpts of these beautiful Jurassic World cars right now. So we'll start with Tyrannosaurus Rex, aka Rexy, aka Roberta, and you can see that overall the sculpt is beyond beautiful. Really nice osteoderms all over the top of the head, but even looking past the osteoderms, if my camera would focus, you can see some really nice, very fine scaling all over the Rex's head. Beautiful, beautiful sculpt work as far as the skin texture for sure. As we lead out down into the snout of the Rex, again, the scale work looks phenomenal. You've got the beautifully sculpted out nostrils there, and then taking a look here at the side of the Rex head, beautiful, beautiful sculpt as far as the skin texture. Once again, look at how incredible that looks. It's amazing that they put this much work into the head sculpt of a dinosaur just on a car. Even the scaling here on the lower jaw looks fantastic, especially as we run up here to the tip of the lower jaw. You can see each tooth is sculpted out beautifully and honestly painted beautifully as well. There doesn't appear to be any sloppiness really with the teeth at all. It looks incredible, and the fact that the teeth are painted makes the entire thing look so much cooler. In a day and age where more often than not when you have something cool like this, the paintwork on a dinosaur's head on a car is probably going to be a little lackluster, especially when it comes to the teeth. And you don't see that here at all when it comes to this Tyrannosaurus Rex car. You can see that there's nice color variation included as well, with beautiful browns, and then there's darker browns all over, which helps to give it an extremely appealing look for sure. I really, really love this car. You can see the eyes are painted very nicely with a light yellowish type of a color. Nice black pupil as well. Both eyes are perfectly placed as far as the paint goes. And then you've of course got the car itself, which is nice, very fun, but there's nothing really special to it. I'm obviously only interested in this just because it's a beautiful Jurassic World Tyrannosaurus Rex head sculpt, but the fact that it's a car is also pretty cool as well. The next one is the Indo Raptor, which looks extremely cool as well. Has a very, very glossy appearance to it. Of course, the Indo Raptor in the film definitely does have a shiny appearance to it, so sticking true to form as to what the Indo Raptor does look like in the film, you can see that the sculpt work is really beautiful overall. It's a little hard to honestly take it all in on camera because the gloss coat that is included on the Indo Raptor is pretty strong. It's a little hard to see it all, but you can definitely get a good sense of how wonderful the sculpt work is as I turn it. Hopefully the glare will actually allow you to see how beautiful the sculpt and detail is of the Indo Raptor. The scaling and everything looks great all over the place. Beautifully sculpted out nostrils. Once again, the teeth look fantastic. Really nice, very carefully painted teeth. You've got a nice reddish coloration there for the inside of the mouth, kind of like a reddish pink. You've also got a beautiful red with nice black pupils up there on the eyes. Very nicely painted up there. Really carefully, not sloppy whatsoever. If we look back here, you can start to see the stripe that is included on the Indo Raptor, but only for a very brief period of time, and then it kind of disappears down behind the car. So that looks super cool, and honestly, it's actually really neat that this side the stripe looks different than what you see over here, so they've really gone the extra mile on these cars. And you can also see like that goldish yellow type of an appearance that you do see on the Indo Raptor in the film, so I think they've done just an absolutely incredible job on each one of these. Every single one I look at is getting more impressive, I think, as I go. Then we've got Blue, which is of course one of everyone's favorites when it comes to Jurassic World, or for the most part anyway. And again, look at the beautiful sculpt and detail on this Velociraptor. It is unbelievable how much sculpt and detail they cram into these little cars. Beautiful creasing here in the skin. The skin texture is fantastic, and it's painted with a nice grayish coloration, but all the detail is beautifully brought out with like a light gray dry brushing, and it really shows just how sculpted to the max these cars are. It is ridiculously nice, and I absolutely love the fact that you can see they got the blue stripe correct on the car. You can see it ends short of the eye on this side, but then on this side it actually comes up and then goes around the eye and comes under a little bit, just like you do see on Blue in the film. So that's really, really cool. I feel like the sculpt work of this Velociraptor head is extremely faithful to what Blue looks like in the film as well. I think they 100% nailed the overall appearance of the head, and the beautiful detailing included. The really nice scaling of the lower jaw looks very reminiscent of how Blue actually looks in the film, and that dry brushing that they've done has brought the detail out so insanely well. The eyes are also painted quite nicely. Nice stripe, beautiful yellowish eye. The teeth, once again, are painted to perfection. Look at them as I go. I don't see any sloppiness. I can't even imagine how long it takes to paint each one of these cars just to make sure that those teeth look so perfect. Incredible work for sure. And then you've got like a pinkish type of, almost like a purple type color on the inside of the mouth to insinuate maybe the tongue in there and stuff. So once again, fantastic sculpt. Beautiful paint application. These cars are amazing. I'm so glad that I was able to get a hold of these. And then of course we've got the Brachiosaurus, which is probably the most random one to be included, but once again, the sculpt is just ridiculous. Look at how beautifully sculpted this Brachiosaurus head is. The skin texture is very soft. There's some really nice paint variation included as well, so you've got like light grays and then dark grays, and it looks beautiful. Very realistic. I love these cars. They're just ridiculously nice. One of the best purchases I think I've made in a while, just because it's so hard to find. They're so obscure, but they're absolutely breathtaking in my opinion. Beautiful detailing all over, lots of creasing in the skin, really nice detailing all around the eye, very nicely painted eyes. Again, it's the only dinosaur that doesn't have teeth displayed, of course. Being a Brachiosaurus, you probably wouldn't want him showing his teeth, but I really think it looks fantastic. They've even highlighted the mouth with a darkish coloration there just to make the mouth area jump out at you a little bit. So once again, fantastic looking figure, beautiful addition to the 4 that are included. I absolutely love these. Really awesome. And again, thank you to Stephen Perry for helping me acquire these. So psyched to add these to my collection. So you can see for a size, they're really nice, very small cars. They're not going to have too much size to them, about 3¼ inches, somewhere in that range, maybe about 8.5 centimeters. And for a height, about 2¾ inches, or around 7 centimeters. Again, each car is all that same similar size. They don't differ too much when it comes to size. So, for a size comparison, there is Mr. Papo T-Rex, the Attack Pack Colovosaurus, and Robert Muldoon next to these very cool cars. If you happen to have these near you and you live in New Zealand, then you probably already have an idea of how well they size up. But if you don't, and you happen to live somewhere else like I do in the United States, and you don't have easy access to these, hopefully this will give you an idea of what the size is and if it's something that you want to consider pursuing and trying to search out in the future. Now these cars are actually pull-back cars, so of course you pull it back out of frame and then it wrecks. So it does work pretty good. The gimmick, look at that wheel going. If it didn't hit the wall, it would have kept sailing for a while. So the gimmick of these definitely works pretty well and really does move quite quickly. But you can see that they definitely wind up quite nice. The wheels go nice and smooth, and the car can quite easily sail across whatever surface you are going to use them on. So these very cool Jurassic World cars from New Zealand are beautiful. I am so impressed with how beautiful these are. I was super impressed with the images straight away that I had initially seen of these cars. I was really impressed overall by how good the sculpts of the dinosaurs' heads looked, but I wasn't quite as impressed as I am now, because seeing them in person, they're incredible looking, honestly. The sculpts of these are beautiful. I wish whoever made these cars or sculpted out these head sculpts would create full-body dinosaurs, I would buy them in an instant. They are all fantastic. Each car really beautifully represents the dinosaur itself and has a very, very screen-accurate appearance as far as I'm concerned as to how it's painted, how it's sculpted. It really does look exactly like the dinosaur they're trying to portray. And I think as far as the overall sculpts go, they are beautiful. Perfect as far as I'm concerned. As far as the paint goes, even that is really impressive for being just a random car. Like, it's impressive how much good paint is included, especially when it comes to things like the Rex. You've got so many beautiful variations of brown included, really nicely painted eyes. The Indo Raptor has that beautiful shiny appearance to it, but also includes some really nice paint as far as the stripe goes, that beautiful kind of yellow border along that scoot-like appearance down the Indo Raptor's back. And then you've of course got some nice grays included on Blue, the Velociraptor. You've got that really nice dry brushing that runs over the top, bringing all the detail out perfectly. Really paid attention to the way the blue stripe works out on Blue. Definitely did a good job on that as well. And even the Brachiosaurus sports some really incredible paintwork. There's not too much to the Brachiosaurus, but there's some very nice varying colors of gray, really nice dark and light tones that help to give it, again, a very realistic appearance. And on the Predators, all of their teeth, they're just incredible looking. Each tooth is painted so carefully and so perfectly. I am extremely impressed. I think more so impressed on just how good the teeth look on each of these than anything else. But overall, the entire package, each one of them, they're all extremely, extremely impressive. So if you want to pick these up, the only way I can really tell you guys is to hopefully make friends with someone from New Zealand that can acquire them for you, or maybe search them on eBay. They may be on there. I'm not entirely sure. However, I was super excited to add these to my collection, and if you can get a hold of them, I highly recommend doing just that because they are all extremely cool Jurassic World cars. So, hopefully you'll be able to get a hold of these if you do in fact want them, but also make sure you like, comment, and subscribe before you go searching for them, and I'll see you in the next review. Thanks for watching.